Welcome back to Information Management. Today we'll be discussing Module 6, talking about data backup and disaster recovery. Now, by way of module objectives, we'll be looking at understanding the importance of disaster recovery planning and backup strategies. We'll be looking at identifying essential components of a recovery kit, including offline backups and emergency hardware. We'll also be looking at learning how to effectively use various recovery tools, including cloud backups, NAS drives, cold storage, and RAID configurations. We'll also be looking at how to apply the 3-2-1 backup rule and other expert methods for digital redundancy. And lastly, we'll be looking at implementing best practices for ensuring data redundancy and quick recovery in the event of a disaster. By way of introduction, in an era where data is critical to organizational operations, ensuring the availability and integrity of data during a disaster is paramount. Disaster recovery involves strategies and measures put in place to recover data and systems in the event of unexpected failures, such as disasters, cyber attacks, hardware failures, or power outages. A well-designed disaster recovery plan is crucial for minimizing downtime, protecting business continuity, and ensuring that systems are quickly restored to full functionality. This module explores essential aspects of disaster recovery, focusing on backup strategies, recovery kits, and the use of redundant systems to safeguard against data loss. We'll discuss the importance of strategic stockpiling of data, recovering tools, and hardware to prepare for potential disruptions, as well as best practices such as the 3-2-1 backup rule. Additionally, we learn how to use and maintain recovery tools such as cloud backup, NAS drivers, cold storage, and RAID configuration. Let's start with the recovery kit, the component and the functions. What is a recovery kit? A recovery kit is a collection of tools and resources designed to quickly restore data and systems during or after a disaster. What are some of the things that make up a recovery kit? We have offline backups, we have hot sites, and we have emergency hardware kits. Offline backups, these are data copied offline to protect against ransomware and cyber attacks. So when ransomware happens, you have your data offline. This is a component. Then we have hot sites, backup system or data centers that can immediately take operations in an event of a disaster. This is an attack. This is the component that can immediately take action. Then we have emergency hardware kits. We have physical devices needed to restore systems, such as backup servers and networking equipment. Then let's look at offline backups. What are offline backups? Offline backup refer to data copies stored away from primary systems, often in secure off-site locations. Unlike online backups, offline backups are not connected to the internet. They are not, making them resistant to cyber attacks. They are not prone to cyber attacks. What are some of the components here? We have external hard drive or tape drives. They provide high capacity storage for critical data. We have encrypted USB drives used to store sensitive data securely, protecting it even if the device is lost or stolen. Then we have backup software. They automate the backup process, ensuring regular and reliable data storage. Then what is a hot site? A hot site is a fully operational backup data center that can immediately take over if the primary system fails. This is a component of a recovery kit. What are the benefits? There's zero downtime. There's no downtime when it comes to organization when they have a hot site. Critical system will continue to operate without interruption. Then there's quick recovery. Hot sites are prefigured and ready to use, reducing recovery time to near zero. Then what are some of the types of hot sites? It can be physical data collection centers, or it can be virtual environment hosted in the cloud. Now, let's look at emergency hardware kits. Why use emergency alert? Why are they critical? In the case of physical damage, such as fire or theft, organizations need a set of devices to restore functionality quickly. What are some of the components? We have laptop or PC backups, ready to use devices to replace critical workstations and ensure business continuity. Then we have networking equipment, routers, switches, cable to restore connectivity. Now, what are some of the power solutions? We have power bank, we have surge protectors, then we have uninterruptible power supplies, UPS, to keep systems functional during power. At when your power goes off, I have UPS. It will not immediately go off and crash your system. Then let's look at using recovery tools, that is cloud backups. What are cloud backups? Cloud backups store data remotely on cloud platform. The cloud is like a site where you can store data, a visual platform, protecting it from local disasters such as ransomware attacks or physical damage. It cannot be damaged physically, and it cannot attack you because it is in encrypted cloud, somewhere that cannot be reached by attackers somehow. What are some of these steps for using cloud backups? Automated backup setup. Use cloud services like AWS, one of the best, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure to automatically back up essential data. Then verification and security. Ensure that backups are complete, intact, and encrypted. Then data restoration. Quickly restore data from the cloud interface in case of a failure. Now, using recovery tools, NAS drive. What's NAS? This is network attached storage. This provides centralized file storage and backup solution for multiple users. What are some of the steps for using it? Network setup. Connect your NAS device to the organization's network and configure backup schedule. Automated backups. Schedule automated backups to reduce human error and ensure continuous data protection. Then lastly, data retrieval. During a failure, access the network attached storage drive locally and remotely to restore files. Now let's look at using recovery tools, cold storage and RAID. Now, what's a cold storage? This is long-term data storage solution like tape drives or optical media, ideal for archival. We want to archive information that you no longer need. This is the best option to use, cold storage. Now, what are the steps? You store data in secure environment, test data recovery regularly, and ensure that archive data can easily be retrieved during emergencies. Now, let's look at RAID configuration. RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks, and this offers data redundancy. We have explained that redundancy in the previous module, and protection against hardware failure. That is what RAID does. It offers data redundancy and protection against hardware failure. Now, the step is set up RAID arrays for redundancy, automate mirroring or stripping, and monitor system health to prevent failures. Now, lastly, let's look at the 3-2-1 rule, ensuring digital redundancy. What is the 3-2-1 rule? Which is a strategy for ensuring redundancy by maintaining 3 copies of data on 2 different media types with only 1 copy stored off-site. Now, let me explain it in details. There's 3 copies of data, 1 original and 2 backups. Now, there are 2 kind of media types out of these 3 copies. Backup on at least 2 different type of storage. You can store it on a standard hard drive. You can also store it on what? Class storage. These are 2 different media types. After having 3 copies of the data, 1 original, 1. Then you now have 1 offsite backup. Ensure that at least 1 is stored offsite to protect against local disasters. Now, by way of conclusion, this module gave insights on the ability to recover from disaster quickly and efficiently. It is crucial for maintaining business continuity. By implementing effective disaster recovery kits, understanding the use of recovery tools like cloud backups, NAS drives, cold storage, and release configuration, and following the expert strategy like the 3-2-1 backup rule, organizations can ensure that they are well prepared for data loss events. Managing data redundancy, ensuring recovery kits, and Using appropriate backup solutions are essential practices for minimizing downtime and protecting critical data. As digital slopes, as digital landscape continue to evolve, businesses must stay vigilant, update their recovery strategies, and implement best practices to ensure they can recover swiftly from any disruption. Now, by way of assessment, there's a 15 multiple choice questions to test the knowledge of this module. There's also a short report that will test your knowledge in application to a real world scenario. That will be all for this module. I'll see you in module 7.